Hello everyone, welcome back for some more thrift store finds. First thing up, we have this I Love Lucy anniversary clock. This is actually really nice. If I liked the image on the inner portion there, this would actually be probably for us, but it's just not my style, so this is a great one to find for the store. And are you into Disney Infinity on the PS4? Because I have 4 sealed sets. I found a whole bunch of loose ones that I found for cheap and sold a little while ago, and then I found on 2 different days 2 and 2. I don't know, just whatever. But Disney Infinity, this is the Toy Starter Pack 2.0 edition with some Disney characters there. Some have like Aladdin, Maleficent, Girl from Brave, a whole bunch of different stuff. So that's a sealed set for the PS4. And then I found 3 copies of the sealed Star Wars. Looks like the Clone Wars Disney Infinity. Not something I was ever into or had like a kid or anything was into, so not much I know about. But the 3.0 Disney Infinity Star Wars starter sets, 3 sealed copies, and they were cheap enough that it was well worth grabbing and didn't have to really even think about it too much. So if you want a copy, I have some. And then found a few record finds. I always kind of dig through, you never know what you're going to find, some oddball stuff. But we found The Merry Widow in English. And the better find, to my surprise, this is one of those oddball ones that like I just picked up on a whim. I'm like, I'm going to look it up and see if it is anything, because I just have a feeling it's worth grabbing for the like quarter to 35 cents by weight that it is. But Great Harmonica Favorites by Eddie Manson. Yeah, not one I was familiar with, just an oddball thing. I'm like, I don't know what this is, but I have a feeling about it, and it was definitely worth picking up, especially for that price. A few book finds. We have an early edition of Witness Whitaker Chambers, Witness by Whitaker Chambers, and then we have Barclay's 70s I Can Read book, hardcover, and 2, one sci-fi, one fantasy paperback, nothing too spectacular, but interesting ones that were worth grabbing in the bargain bins. 1 manga find, 2 Heart, Volume 3. Only 1 VHS. Again, VHS has been very just kind of dry lately, but an 80s version of the Jane Fonda workout. So that was worth picking up for a little bit. A Superman animated movie, Superman Doomsday, 2-disc special edition with the slipcover, all the special features, and as a bargain bin find. An older Wolf, Cub Scouts Wolf guidebook. 1 set of cards, decks of cards. Okay, if you find something interesting, not just generic, playing cards, something weird, sometimes it's worth picking up. And I found this is bizarre. Iraqi Most Wanted playing cards. This is a very bizarre. Who made this? Like, why? Bizarre set, but that makes it worth grabbing. And then I went also to Half Price Day sale again, where I found some comics recently last week and a bunch of Warhammer books. That was fantastic. That was one of my best pickups lately. I found 2 more comics that were worth grabbing there. They're so weird because they had a bunch that were in the glass case that they're selling for like 15 a piece that were probably worth maybe $5. And these other ones were outside the case for 8 and then half price off. And they were so much better. It's really weird, but I found this big hardcover edition of Marvel The Ultimates Volume 1. And definitely the big find, Nix X. I don't know very much about this. I'm not a big comic person. This is definitely after my era of like X-Men and stuff, when number 23, big omnibus edition. And this is one of those that, again, like that record, just picking it up, I'm like, I have a feeling that I want to grab this. It's just one of those, you've been around and find stuff enough that you start kind of knowing. I was like, yeah, this is well worth grabbing for like $4. This definitely was probably the find of the day. Interesting artwork. Again, not one that I know a whole lot about, but one I'm actually going to look up a little bit of. And that's the joy. Sometimes you actually read through some of the stuff before it goes on the store. An interesting one there. And those were the most recent pickups for the thrift store finds. Nothing too crazy for us, more just kind of stuff for the store recently. And definitely if you are a fan of the channel, especially if you've been around a long time and you know the kind of stuff that I like to talk about, I do have another video going up later today that is a big announcement for a project that I've been working on a lot over the past like month or so. I've been putting a ton of time into, so there's a video kind of talking about that coming out later today, so look forward to that.